Later. Okay, welcome everybody. This is our Saturday morning yoga class. Here we are. Let's get started. Today, let's do some moving mountains. Find your mountain pose. Do a little rebounding if you like that. Get some action in your body. Feel your groundedness through the bottoms of your feet. Notice how you feel. Bring your awareness to your whole body and your breath as you breathe in deeply. Nice deep breath, and exhale, soften a little bit. So let's find this mountain pose with the slight external rotation of the toes and the knees, the bendiness in the hips and the knees, that softness. You can check that by taking your fingertips and just gently pressing in and having a little resilience there, a little softness, not hardness. If you're tucking your pelvis, it's going to be hard, right? That's not where we want to be. We want to have that softness. So find that softness there in the knees and the hips, and your weight mostly in the heels. So bring the weight mostly to the heels and wiggle those toes a little bit. Let's get those feet nice and active. Notice how you feel in your feet. Wiggle those toes. And then maybe a little more rebounding. Now let's do our moving mountains. And we're going to do moving mountains 3 times, lifting the arms. And on the 3rd time, we'll do our head turn. Okay? 3 times on each side. So here we go. As you inhale, bring the weight forward, lift the heels if that feels good, and stretch those arms up overhead. So think about stretching through the crown of your head, almost like something's lifting you from the very center top. So you're not really looking up. Let's do that a couple more times. Inhale, stretch up, reach up, feel that length in your spine. And as you exhale, come on back down and bring the weight to the heels. Notice that how that feels, that weight shift. Let's do it one more time. As you inhale, stretching those arms up. This time the arms are going to stay up there. And as you exhale, bring the heels down. And you can kind of come into a cactus there. And then inhale, stretch those arms up again. And as you exhale, this time, float that right arm down and gently turn your face to look towards the right. Notice how that feels. And as you inhale, float the arm up again and bring the head forward. Those actions happen simultaneously. Now the left arm, as you exhale, float it down and turn gently to look towards the left. Maybe you'll look down or glance over your shoulder. And as you inhale, bring the arm up and the head comes forward. Feel the stretch. As you exhale, float the right arm down again, feeling how that affects your whole body as you turn your head and lower your arm. And as you inhale, float it back up, bring the head forward again. Feel the stretch. Exhale, left arm again. Gently turning to look towards the left. Relax that left arm down. And as you inhale, float it back up. Bring the head forward. Feel the stretch. One more time on each side. Right side. Float that arm down and turn gently to look towards the left. Maybe this time you'll notice what you're seeing. And as you inhale, bring the head forward and bring the arm up. Feel the stretch. Exhale, float the left arm down. Gently turning to look towards the left. And as you inhale, float that arm back up and bring the head forward. Feel the stretch. Can you feel the stretch in the sides of your body here? Let's stay here. Exhale, soften a little bit. Let the elbows bend and come into more of a cactus. And then one more time, inhale, stretch up. Feel the stretch in the sides of your body, the sides of your waist. And as you exhale, let's bring those arms again into kind of a cactus and feel that area between your shoulder blades, any amount, especially as you bring your arms around here. Can you feel that squeeze between the shoulder blades? And explore that area a little bit. Let those shoulders mobilize a little bit towards each other. Notice how that feels. You can relax those arms down. And now let's give a shoulder roll to each side. So shoulder rolls consist of starting with the shoulders nice and relaxed. Bring one shoulder at a time forward, up, around, back, and down, isolating your shoulders. So do your best not to crane your neck and look around. Just isolate those shoulders and do a few shoulder rolls here. Really feel it. This is one of the most significant motions that have helped my shoulders become more mobilized. Just allow a little more mobility to your shoulders with this shoulder roll. It's a great thing to do any time of day. Shake it out a little bit. So just because we're on shoulders for a moment, let's do a couple more shoulder exercises just for fun. So bring that right shoulder up and keep your hands kind of loose and reach away with the left. And then do the opposite. So bring the left shoulder up towards the ear and reach away with the right. Isolating the shoulders again. Do that a couple more times. Now the right shoulder as the left arm reaches away, and then the left shoulder as the right arm reaches away, bringing more mobility to that shoulder area. Try not to lean over. I see Ray's kind of leaning over. Isolate the shoulders. It's okay. Do just a couple more. Feel it. Isolate those shoulders without moving the rest of your spine as best you can. Shake it out. Okay. Now, because we can, one more for those shoulders. So forward, as you bring your arms forward, you're stretching those rhomboid muscles and contracting the pectorals. And then as you bring the arms back, you're doing the opposite. So you're contracting the rhomboids and stretching the pectorals. Oh, doesn't that feel good? Getting those shoulders more mobile. Feels good to me. Okay, shake it out. Keep noticing your breath, becoming aware of your breath. Let's widen the stance and do a little bit of forward folding. So come into a comfortable wide stance. And for this forward fold, just go easy, do only as much as your body is allowing. You can ask your body. I like to ask my body if it's okay. So let's find a nice wide stance that you're comfortable in. And remember that you want those knees to be aligned in the direction of your middle toes. So that widens your inner thighs a little bit. Take your hands and just do this spiraling action on those thighs for a moment. Notice how that feels. So this is a horse stance here where you're still nice and upright. Maybe you're leaning forward a little bit and you're in a squat, a wide squat. How does that feel for you? Just do this for a moment. And if Andy's here, you know this one where we connect those hands with the thighs and suspend the spine from the shoulders. It's weird, but once you find this pose, you can really get a stretch in your spine as you relax your spine, using those arms as a suspension system. Breathe. This is a horse stance. Do it if it feels good. And as you're ready, let's press up, release those hands and shake it out a little bit. Roll those shoulders. Okay, I did say we're going to do forward folds. So let's do some forward folds. Remember that external rotation of the thighs. And really at the same time, there may be an internal rotation of those calves. Just something to think about. We have all these spirals going on subtly in our body. Just notice that. So now let's inhale, bring those arms up. And as you exhale, just fold gently forward a little bit. Let's do this incrementally. And you can kind of play with your hands. Maybe as you inhale, lift those palms up towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, maybe just have some fun with your hands. Inhale. Exhale, let the knees bend as you fold forward any amount. Inhale back up. And you don't have to have your arms out. If you'd rather just let them drape down, that's fine. As you exhale, coming into a forward fold. Inhale and exhale. One more time. Inhale up. And exhale, fold. Now this time you can take your hands and draw them down your legs if that feels good. And this time stay here if it feels good. Notice how it feels. Release that neck any amount. Let your knees bend If it feels good, come into kind of a squat forward fold. Notice how it feels. Keep breathing. Inhale and exhale. Move around a little bit from side to side if that feels good in your body. So you can bring your whole torso over to the right side. Feel a stretch there. Keep breathing. And then gently bring your torso to center. Release that neck. And then over to the left side. Feel what feels good for you. Feel a stretch here, any amount. Back to center, release that neck. Keep breathing, and once again, over to the right side. Let that torso rest on the thigh. How does it feel? Release the neck. Keep breathing. Maybe you'll bring your hands to wrap around your calves and feel how it feels to have contact between these parts of your body. As you're ready, come back to center. Over to the left side again. Notice how it feels. Everybody's a little different. What do you feel here? Keep breathing. Inhale and exhale. Relax a little bit here. There's a slight twist that happens, perhaps. Notice that, and then come back to center. Let's do it one more time. Over to the right side. Take your time. Breathe. Notice how it feels. Keep breathing. Maybe you'll kiss your knee. Give your knee some love. Keep breathing. Come back to center. Release that head. And then come over to the left side one last time. Give your knee a little bit of love. Notice how it feels. Maybe you'll give the back of your thigh a little massage. Give yourself some love and then come back to center. Now let's get ready to come up with a long spine. So exhale, engaging that lower abdomen. You can bring your arms into cactus if that feels good. And then inhale, lengthening that spine up using the breath. Exhale, release those arms down. Let's go ahead and heel toe those feet back to mountain and shake it out a little bit. Notice how you feel. Oh, good. Mia made it. Awesome. And I hope that Pam can hear me now. I know there was a little trouble. But hopefully Chelsea helped you fix that. Okay, so now let's do some balance poses. So let's start with a tree pose today. Find your mountain pose. Notice how you feel. Think about all those points. Maybe you're getting tired of it, but my postural addition to yoga has really helped me. I don't know if everybody heard that I grew an inch in the last year, but that's a fact. And it's primarily because of my posture. So after so many years of yoga, growing in a year an inch is a big deal. That's why I really want you to get this posture aspect too. So knees and hips, a little bit soft, feet in that bean shape, weight mostly in the heels, rib cage anchored in, your whole inner corset is working to get that kind of length in the side of your body. Now the shoulders rolled open and the neck lengthened. So let's take those hands to the back of to your back. Give yourself a little pat on the back of the shoulders, and then take those fingertips and slide them up your neck and lengthen it a little bit. Keep breathing. You can do any amount of a massage on that neck to encourage it to lengthen, release, feel better, any amount. Okay, so now we're going to do a tree pose. Roll those shoulders open. Maybe think about your palms facing forward. And that really accentuates that openness in this part of your body. As you're ready, with an inhale, shift to the right side. Feel that groundedness through the right foot. And as you exhale, really feel it. And then as you're ready, lifting that left foot up off the floor. Just come up to your toes and bring awareness to those toes. Can you feel each toe in turn? I know this isn't quite a tree pose yet, but that awareness of the toes, I want you to find that, the big toe, the second toe, the third toe, the fourth toe. Can you even feel that pinky toe on the floor, any amount. And as you're ready, release the foot from the floor. You've turned it out from the root of the leg, however much is best for you. Now bring the foot to rest, not against the knee, either above or below the knee for your tree pose. Notice how you feel. Keep breathing. If you have something to hold on to and you want to use it, please do use your props. If you don't need a prop and you want to play with your arms, go ahead and play. Keep breathing. Big movements are nice in a tree pose. Keep breathing. Feel the stretch, feel the length in your body. Bring a little fluid movement to your arms. You can even do shoulder rolls here in a tree pose. Maybe a little bit of fun motion. And as you're ready, return to your mountain. Notice how you feel. Notice how that standing leg feels compared to the leg that was lifted. Breathe. And then as you're ready, let's do the other side. With an inhale, shift to the left. Exhale, ground. Find that groundedness. And as you're ready, with an inhale, pick that right heel up off the floor. Come up to your toes and explore the toes and the floor. Can you feel each toe? Just for fun. You have to bring more flexibility to your foot and your ankle to do this. So notice how that feels. Can you get that little toe, that feeling of the floor and the little toe, any amount. And then as you're ready, pick that foot up, turn the leg from the root of the leg out, any amount, everybody's different, and bring the foot to wherever you want to put it today for your tree pose. So probably the same way as you did on the other side. Notice how you feel. Keep the standing leg knee soft. You're not locking it. And notice that this contact between the foot and the standing leg is part of the stability. So really feel that pressure between those areas. And you can play with your arms. Keep breathing. Any amount, play with your arms, and maybe you have something you can hold on to and just do one arm at a time. Just keep breathing. Reach, feel the stretch in the sides of your body. Feel the fluidity in your joints. And as you're ready, return to your mountain pose. And notice how you feel now after that tree pose. Keep breathing. Okay, so now let's go ahead and do a sun salutation. This is going to be the easy sun salutation that we've been doing with either your knees coming down in that Chaturanga or not, you choose. And I like the high lunge. Ray likes the Anjaneyasana, the lower lunge. So you'll be able to see the difference here, hopefully. Okay, so find yourself at the front of your mat in your nice mountain pose. Feel that groundedness through the bottoms of your feet. Feel your spine nice and long. With an inhale, stretch those arms up overhead. And you may slightly lean back if that feels good. As you exhale, hinge at the hips and come into a forward fold. Release that neck down. Keep breathing. Let's start by shifting to the right and step back with the left. And come into this either with the knees up or like Ray with the knee down into an Anjaneyasana if you like that. Keep breathing. As you're ready, bring that right foot back and come into your down face dog. So down face dog, your knees can be bent and the heels up off the floor. You don't have to stretch those hamstrings, but if it feels good, you can do that. Keep breathing. Inhale, nice long spine. Release that neck. Feel the length in your spine as you reach back through those hips. You're pressing into your hands. You're reaching back through those hips, lengthening the spine here. As you inhale, and now as you exhale, come into a plank. Keep breathing. You may need to adjust your feet or your hands in this plank. Feel the plank. Notice how you feel. We're going to do Chaturanga with or without the knees. So if you want to bring your knees down, you can do that. Lowering down, chin, chest, and then finally do bring those knees gently down and the hips as well. So maybe you already had your knees down, that's fine. So here we are on the floor with the forehead touching the floor for a moment. With an inhale, lift from the lower edge of the rib cage. A little bit, lift into a baby cobra. Continue to look at the floor, or you can look up, but that kind of cranes the neck a little bit. So now let's come into a down face dog again. You can come through a tabletop or just come right up into a down face dog. Release that neck, keep breathing. Feel this down face dog. Maybe this time bicycle those hips a little bit by bending one knee at a time gently. Keep breathing. How does this feel? Now come to center, inhale, feel the length in your spine. Let's slightly shift to the right and lift that left leg up as you inhale. Three-legged dog, feel the stretch. As you exhale, bring that left foot forward. However you need to get it there, take your time and come into this lunge again. Keep breathing. Nice long spine. With an inhale, gently stretch that left knee as you rock back a little bit. And as you exhale, come forward, bringing that right foot forward, standing forward bend, release the head down. And get ready for an inhale up with the long spine. So exhale fully. You can bring your arms into cactus if you like that. And then inhale, lengthening that spine up. Good, let's do the other side. Inhale, lift, lengthen. A slight lean back from that low joint is fine. As you exhale, hinge at the hips. Release down, standing forward bend. Keep breathing. With an inhale, shift to the left. Step back with the right. Feel it. Feel the lunge. Either bring that knee down or do what I'm doing. Keep breathing. You can do what Ray's doing or what I'm doing. Keep breathing. And now come into a down face dog, bringing that left foot back. Nice long spine, down face dog, reaching up through those hips. Breathe. Feel the strength and length in your body here. Keep breathing. And as you're ready, exhale into a plank. Keep breathing. Feel this plank. Feel the strength and length in your body. And maybe this time you want to bring your knees down for this form of Chaturanga. So knees down, chin, chest, graze the floor. The hips stay up there. And then the hips come down. And I like to look at the floor so my neck can stay long in this baby cobra with an inhale, lifting from the lower edge of the rib cage. Just a barely, not even an inch, any amount. Keep breathing. Let's tuck those toes and move into a down face dog again. Keep breathing. Walk those feet to wherever it's most comfortable for you. Breathe. Feel this pose. Now bring awareness to your shoulders for a moment here in down face dog. So any amount, feel a little softness, a little widening, and maybe you'll adjust those inner elbows so they point forward. Notice how that feels. Keep breathing. Let's slightly shift the weight to the left and bring that right foot up into three-legged dog. Breathe, really reach through that foot. And as you're ready, bring it forward, however you need to get it there. I always have to help that side. Keep breathing. Here we are in the lunge again. And as you're ready, gently rock back, stretching that right knee this time. And as you exhale, come forward, standing forward, bend again, release the head down. Get ready to come up with the long spine. With an exhale, you can bring your hands into cactus, bring your arms into cactus, and then lengthen the spine, lifting with an inhale. Good, shake it out a little bit. Okay, so one more. Let's do another one. That was so good. I want to do another one. Here we go. Inhale, lift, lengthen, lean back slightly. Exhale, hinge at the hips, dive forward, release down. Keep breathing. Let's shift to the right. Step back with the left. Come into your lunge. Doesn't it feel good? I love this. And then Ray does Anjaneyasana. That's fine. You can do that too. As you're ready, bring the right foot back, down face dog. Nice long spine. As you inhale, feel it. Exhale, come into plank. Keep breathing. Nice long spine. Feel that belly button rising towards the spine. Your spine is nice and long. As you're ready, Chaturanga. It's really nice to bring your knees down if that works for you. And then the chin and the chest graze the floor. After you've grazed the floor with your chin and chest, the hips come down. It could be your nose too. And looking at the floor, baby cobra, lifting just a little bit so we're not swaying our back here. Tuck the toes and down face dog again. Keep breathing. Walk to wherever your down face dog is best. Release that neck. Inhale and exhale. We're going to slightly shift our weight to the right and bring that left leg up. Three-legged dog stretch. As you inhale and then bend the knee, bring it forward. However you need to get it into this high, long lunge again. High-low lunge, whichever feels best for you. And then as you're ready, gently rock back, stretching that right knee a little bit. And as you exhale, come forward, standing forward, bend, release the head down. Keep breathing. With an exhale, prepare yourself to come up with the inhale. Inhale, long spine, lift, supported with the breath. Second side. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Lean back a tiny bit if that feels good for you. Exhale, hinge at the hips. Dive forward, releasing down. Shifting to the left, step back with the right. Feel the lunge, either with the knee down. You can do Anjaneyasana like Ray, or just feel this lunge like I am. Keep breathing. Come in to down face dog. Nice long spine. And as you're ready, plank. Keep breathing. Bring those shoulders away from the ears. Inner elbows forward. How does that feel? Keep breathing. You can bring the knees down or not. Chaturanga, chin, chest, graze the floor. Hips come down. Baby cobra. I like to look at the floor so my neck stays long as I inhale, lifting from the lower edge of the rib cage. Any amount. Tuck the toes. And down face dog again. Feels good, yeah? Keep breathing, release that neck. Nice long spine as you inhale. Soften a little with the exhale. Let's stay here one more breath. Inhale, feel the length in your body. Exhale, soften a little bit. Now as you're ready, you can shift the weight to the left and bring that right foot up, three-legged dog. Feel the stretch. And as you're ready, with an exhale, bring that foot forward. However you need to get it there. Come into your lunge, feel it. Feels good. And as you're ready, gently rock back a little bit, if that feels good for you. And as you exhale, step forward, standing forward, bend, release that neck down. Get ready with an exhale to come in, up with a long spine, and inhale. Lengthening that spine up. Shake it out. Good. Okay, shake it out a little bit. Time for a little sip of water, perhaps. And I forgot my water. So you guys better get some water. Stay hydrated. Okay. So let's do our balance series now. I hope you're ready for that. I love it. I hope you do too. This is our series in which we do Hero 1, also known as Warrior 1, and Warrior 3, or also known as Hero 3. So bring yourself to the front of your mat. We also do Badakanasana, which is opposite limbs forward. Oh, thank you so much, Ray. Oh, good. He's good. Okay, so find that mountain pose. Find your long spine. Find your breath. And with an inhale, let's stretch those arms up. As you exhale, sink into fierce pose. You may have noticed I adjusted my feet a little bit. I came into a wider stance. That feels better for me in fierce pose. Maybe you'll do that too. Breathe here in fierce pose. Notice how you feel. This is also known as Uttanasana. With an inhale, shift to your right and step back with the left. Now we're in Hero 1. So check your alignment. Let those arms relax down and check the alignment with that knee. Make sure the knee is aligned with that center toe. And the knee is also aligned above the heel or maybe the ankle. Notice how that feels. So here's our Hero 1. Leaning forward is really good for keeping any compression out of your mid and lower back. So that's why we lean forward in this pose. You won't find this in most yoga classes. As you inhale, feel the length in your body. And now let's go ahead and relax those arms down and let the knee gently straighten a little bit. Now coordinating right knee and left arm. Inhale into this asymmetrical hero pose and feel it as you exhale. Now we're going to bring that left foot and the right arm forward. So as you inhale, or whatever, just breathe. Peel that left heel up off the floor. Bring the left foot and the right arm forward. Breathe. Maybe you'll have some support here. You can stay here for 3 breaths. Maybe you'll want to bend and extend your knee. Keep breathing. And here, if it feels good, you can lean back a little bit. And as you're ready, let's bring that left arm forward as the left foot comes back and return to this asymmetrical hero pose. And with an exhale, soften back to our starting place. Now let's parallel the arms into a Hero 1 as you inhale. Feel this pose. As you exhale, soften, prepare to come into Hero 3. So now with an inhale, peel that left heel again up off the floor. Come up to your toes. And this could be your Hero 3 with toes on the floor, if that feels good for you. Or release the foot from the floor and fold into your Hero 3, also known as Warrior 3. Keep breathing. Maybe you have support here and you can bring some fluid movement to one arm, or maybe you don't need support and you can bring fluid movement to both arms, any amount. Keep breathing. Stay here for at least 3 breaths. And as you're ready, bring that foot back down and return to our Hero 1. As you inhale, feel the pose. As you exhale, soften those arms down and come back to our starting place. One more time, Hero 1, parallel arms as you inhale forward. Find this pose. As you exhale, soften and prepare to step forward now into fierce pose. Taking that step with an inhale. Exhale, sink a little into fierce pose. As you inhale, stretch up. And exhale, release those arms either down to your side or into a prayer pose. Now the second side. Was that just one side? Here we go. Second side. Inhale. Lift, lengthen. Feel that stretch in the sides of your body. Exhale, sink. Reaching back through those hips. Fierce pose. Keep breathing. Shift to the left. Step back with the right. Hero 1. Really feel this pose. As you inhale, feel the length and strength in your body. As you exhale, soften those arms down. Let the knee gently straighten. Don't make it poker straight. Now as you inhale, coordinating left knee, right arm, come into this asymmetrical hero pose. Exhale, soften. Prepare to bring the right foot and the left arm forward as you inhale. Peel those feet off the floor. And bring the right foot and the left arm forward. Here, you can just stay. You can do any amount of movement with that foot. Maybe you just keep it bent, shake the foot around. Maybe you want to do something with your arms, some fluid movement. Keep breathing. And after about 3 breaths, return. Now the right leg comes back and the right arm forward into this asymmetrical hero pose. Inhale and exhale, soften the arm down and let the knee gently straighten. Now parallel arms. Inhale into this hero pose. Feel it. Can you feel the gluteals working, especially on that right side? Exhale, soften. Prepare to move into hero 3. As you inhale, peel that right heel up off the floor. And again, maybe this is enough of a hero 3 for you with toes on the floor. If you want to lift that foot, that's great. Maybe you have that support here to feel nice and stable with a little support, and you can move one arm and hold the support with the other arm. Keep breathing. Feel this pose for at least 3 breaths. And as you're ready, gently bring that foot back down and inhale in hero 1. Exhale, soften to our starting place. One more time, move gently into hero 1 with an inhale. Exhale, soften. Prepare to bring that right foot forward into fierce pose. As you inhale, peel the foot up off the floor, bring it forward, and exhale, sink a little into fierce pose. Inhale, stretch up, and exhale, release back to mountain. My glasses are sliding all over the place today. So get some water. Shake it out a little bit. Keep breathing. Okay, before we come onto the floor, I'd like to do one more balance pose. I hope you're ready for this. This is our dynamic balance pose, bringing the arms and one leg out, crossing in front, out, crossing back. So find that nice mountain pose. Usually with this pose, my legs want to be a little narrower than in fierce pose. So find however you feel best in a mountain. Keep breathing. With an inhale, shift to the right. Exhale, ground. Feel that groundedness. Now with an inhale, bring the left foot out. You can touch the toe with touch your toes on the floor. Exhale, cross in front. Inhale out. Exhale, cross and back. Inhale out. Exhale, cross in front. Inhale out. Exhale, cross and back. We're going to do 2 more repetitions. Inhale out. Exhale, cross in front. Inhale out. Exhale, cross and back. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale out. And now let's return to mountain and notice how you feel. Keep breathing. Never hurts to give yourself shoulder rolls. And now we'll do the other side. So with an inhale, shift to the left. Exhale, feel that groundedness. Inhale, right foot out, any amount. Exhale, cross in front. Inhale out. Exhale, cross in back. Keep breathing, moving at your own pace. Maybe this time you'll remember to change the cross of your hands, or maybe not. Keep breathing. 1 more rep. Inhale out. Exhale, cross and back. Inhale out. Exhale, cross in front. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And now it's time to return to your mountain. Notice how you feel. Keep breathing. Shake it out a little bit, a little rebounding. And let's come on down onto the floor. So bring yourself down onto your back and stretch your back in whatever way feels good for you. I need to get a sip of water before we get down on the floor. So come on down. And maybe part of your stretching your back is pressing down on the tops of the hips a little bit to release the lower and mid back. Oh, that felt so good. I just, it was like a little release there. When I said it, I did it. And it feels good. Okay, so now make sure that rib cage is anchored in. Your back isn't swaying. And then take your hands again to your neck and give that neck a stretch. Oh, keep breathing. Neck and shoulders, any amount. Give your neck and shoulders a little bit of good energy from your hands. Snuggle around. Get those shoulders at home. So where's home? Down and really on the back, right? Not hiked up to your ears. So find your shoulders at home and relax a moment. Just take a moment to breathe and notice how your body feels right now. Notice how each part that's touching the floor feels touching the floor. If you want to move and adjust a little bit to make it feel better, do that. Maybe you can adjust your arms so they feel better. Are the backs of your hands on the floor? What parts of your arms are resting on the floor? Do they feel comfortable? Breathe and notice how you feel. Let those shoulders relax evenly out on each side. Relax the neck, the throat. Just breathe. Notice how you feel. As you're ready now, let's bend those knees. Bring the feet flat to the floor, as far apart as the mat is wide. Bring your arms out away from your body and do a little windshield wiper. So the knees are going to go one way and the head goes the other way. If you like to coordinate this with your breath, inhale the knees up to center and exhale over to the side. Inhale up and exhale over to the side. So make it kind of an exploration of how this movement feels in your body. As you inhale up, how does it feel? Notice the weight distribution on your hips. And as you exhale over to the side, does one hip lift up off the floor? Notice. Inhale and exhale. Take the time to notice how you feel in your body. One more time on each side. Inhale and exhale over to the side. If it feels good to stay in this gentle twist for 3 breaths, go ahead and do that. Relaxing a little bit deeper with each breath. And after those 3 breaths, bring the knees up with an inhale and exhale over to the other side and stay for 3 breaths, noticing how you feel. Inhaling the knees back up to center. Let's let those arms come alongside the body and bring the feet about hip width apart now. Let's do a little half bridges here. So adjust your spine so it feels even. And with an inhale, let's press into those feet, engage those gluteals, and float the arms up overhead as you lift the hips. As you exhale, float everything back down to the floor. Inhale, floating the arms up, floating the hips up. Feel this pose. Maybe you'll briefly drag your heels as you lift the shoulders. And as you exhale, float everything back down to the floor. One more time. Inhale, floating those arms up, floating the hips up. Notice how you feel. This time, if you like, stay here. And as you exhale, let the elbows bend. Let the arms drift gently out to the side and the hips lower down almost to the floor. And then inhale, stretch up, reach up, squeeze those gluteals. Really feel how the gluteals are a big part of this lift. Exhale, soften, lower down a little bit. Let the elbows bend out. And one more time, inhale, feel the stretch, reaching up through those fingertips and squeeze those gluteals. Maybe you'll feel that pressure in your heels and drag them isometrically towards the shoulders. Now, as you exhale, go ahead and float everything back down to the floor. Let's walk those arms out. Bring the palms to face the ceiling and bring the soles of the feet together for just a little bit of Baddha Konasana. So bring your awareness to your toes. See if you can, without looking, feel the big toes touching together, the second and third, and just feel those toes on both sides. Really bring your awareness to your feet and how they're together. Relax a moment. Breathe. If it feels good, you can rock a little side to side. Keep breathing. And let's just for a moment get those inner thighs activated. So make sure your rib cage is anchored in and you're lengthening the mid back a little bit rather than swaying your back. I just have to adjust myself, so I'm suggesting you do as well. So now just bring your knees towards each other using those inner thighs, just about a quarter of the way up, and feel it. Stay there. Inhale and exhale. Notice how it feels, activating those inner thighs to keep your knees up about a quarter of the way up towards each other. And then relax and let those inner thighs relax and let the knees come out and relax out to the side. Let's bring the knees towards each other about halfway this time. And stay there. Notice how it feels about halfway up towards each other. Breathe. And then relax, relax, relax. Let them come out again. Notice how that feels as they stretch and relax. Go ahead and stretch those feet out. Point the toes. Bring the arms up overhead. And let's do a pencil stretch. As you inhale, feel like you're reaching through the fingertips and through the toes out from your core. And as you exhale, soften and let the limbs flop out. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, point and stretch. Exhale, soften and flop. 1 more time. Point and stretch in a pencil stretch. Stretching from the core, out the fingertips, out the toes. And exhale, soften and flop. Good. Let's bend those knees again. Bring your arms wherever they're most comfortable for you. And as you're ready, or actually, let's bring the arms to the knees. So pick the feet up off the floor, slide the hands so they're gently resting on the tops or on the fronts of the knees with the fingertips pointing towards the feet. And exhale. Inhale with the arms extended and the knees above the hips. And as you exhale, gently draw those knees towards the body, maybe towards the shoulders, maybe towards the chest. You're just resting your hands on the knees. You're not pulling or pushing. Inhale, the knees come away from the body. Exhale, draw towards your chest or shoulders. Once again, inhale, let the arms stretch out. Again, you're not really pushing or pulling. You're just resting those hands and letting the arms stretch and contract as you exhale. 1 more time, inhale and exhale. Good. Now you can release those hands and lift one foot, the right foot up towards the ceiling. Flex that ankle, bring the toes to, look at those toes and wiggle them around a little bit. And then let that knee gently bend and stretch the left leg up. Flex that ankle, wiggle those toes, look at them. How do they feel? Let's do that again. So gently let that left knee bend and bring the right foot up to stretch towards the ceiling. And Ray's got his other foot on the floor. That's fine. If you want to put your foot on the floor, do that. I'm leaving both feet up. If that feels good for you, you can do that and alternate feet. Keep breathing, whatever you're doing. And one more time, stretch each leg up, flexing the ankle, wiggle, bring awareness to the feet, and release. Now, if you feel good with those feet up still, bring your hands in between your legs and gently bring those feet together into a Supta Badakanasana. So Supta means supported. We're supported by the floor. And Badakanasana is this bound angle pose with your feet together. See if this feels good for you. I am cradling the outer part of my feet or my ankles and my heels in my hands and relaxing those thighs. My elbows are gently pushing out on my inner thighs. It's just, that's the way my body fits together. How does yours work? Does this feel comfortable? Just keep breathing. Relax here for a moment if it feels good for you. And then as you're ready, let's release those feet, release the hands. Maybe take those hands and feet and shake them out. Any amount. Shake things out a little bit. A little fluidity in those joints. And it's time now for our meditation pose. So if you want to put your feet up for the next 5 minutes, I highly recommend that. You can put your feet up a chair, a wall. You can, or if you're more comfortable laying flat on the floor, you can do that as well. It's our meditation time now. So take your time and find a really comfortable place to be as you relax as completely as possible. And if you want something for your mind to chew on, how about those 4 words that bring resonance between the heart and the brain? Those 4 words are compassion, care, gratitude, and appreciation. And Ray is going ahead and doing his shoulder stand. If you have, headstand, it is kind of a shoulder stand on the headstand stool. If you have that and you want to do that, that's fine. I will mute myself now so this time can be very quiet. And it is time to relax as completely as possible now. So take that time to bring relaxation to every part of your body. I'll go ahead and mute myself now and then come back in about 5 minutes. As you're ready now, begin to breathe a little more deeply. You can bring some movement into your body, stretch and wiggle fingers and toes. Take as much time as you need coming into a seated posture. Please be sure to bend your knees, roll over onto your side. Use those arms to help yourself up. Keep your neck as relaxed as you can.